it can be a little bit hilarious when we pause judging others and slow down and take a little bit of a look at ourselves. February 19th. When I wrote my fourth step inventory, I carried a notebook around with me day and night. I didn't want to leave anything out. I discovered my first defect, obsession. I was still writing 15 minutes before I shared my fifth step. As I took the step and read my words out loud, some of my patterns became clear for the first time. My behavior paralleled that of the alcoholic. The only difference was that I did it sober. Insane, but sober. I saw how much I blamed other people for the events in my life, how I took everything personally, and how my reactions to the addict were based on my fears. I expected to feel differently the next day, but nothing much happened, except that I felt tired and a little fragile. But change had begun, and as time went by, when I found myself in situations similar to those I had described in my fourth step, I noticed that my reactions were less extreme. Some things that had bothered me terribly no longer mattered. That's when I knew I had begun to change. Today's reminder: I am learning the nature of my nature through the 12 steps, and I trust that I will uncover what I need to know for now and leave the rest for another time. I am worth learning about. And the quote is, when we take step 5, we demonstrate a willingness to change. I just have to chuckle because the writer of this passage reminds me of so many people that simply can't. There are those of us that when someone points the finger and accuses us, we spend all the time going, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh my God, how can I fix it? Blah, 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 blah. And then those of us are like, no, the problem is you. The problem is you. Yeah. So this individual is someone who's finally coming to that place where they're uh, not so obsessed and can look in the mirror, and it's sweet, it's funny, and it isn't one of those things that happens like the 4th of July, that there's some sudden dramatic change. They've been a really, really long time getting to this place, and it's going to be a gradual process of change, probably their whole entire life. And that's the way is with all of us, but how we go about it, it varies from person to person based on some things like our temperament. So I hope you saw the humor in this one. I think this person was so sweet and vulnerable in how they wrote this, and that they described a pattern that I've seen a lot. That's really true. That rings true. I hope your February 19th goes well. Blessings.